there are a lot of people who helped you in the LSU, and I think this is just an amazing platform to honor those people who, without your family being long distance, and one of them is, he's not just a security guard. I know him in the community very well.
Yes.
Dolly Sasalta.
Yes, yes.
I think we can honor his name here. And I get goosebumps because I've never seen you more emotional.
Yeah.
After a game, I've never seen you that emotional. How big was Dolio to make sure you're okay? Because your UAAP career, there was, I'm sure, a lot of pressure.
He was instrumental. He was one of the closest people I've been to in the Salle. You talk about, wanting to call my mother at times. He would, most of the time, do the night shift. They would switch every week, but he would do that night shift. And every single time where di ko talaga makatulog, ang dami kong naiisip, ang dami kong problema, I would just go to him. I would go down the stairs. I would go to, I called him my friend, Doleo. And he would just parang laging gumaan yung loob ko. Nawala lahat ng
Like
pain.
a guardian angel. Literally.
Everything. Yeah, I actually do believe he was, and just seeing how he would sacrifice for his family, how he would always just be that smile. He taught me Ilonggo, a little bit of Ilonggo. He taught me Turagsoy, the song, and yeah, he was just always there for me when he didn't have to. Yeah. And he always did more than just his job. His job is to guard and be there, but,
He went above and beyond.
More than above, yes. Yes.
How difficult was it to go through that? I mean,
yes.
He was a best friend, like you
Yes.
said, and it was in season, right? How did you kind of handle everything and still play through season 87?
Well, seeing someone, not almost every day, every single day, every time I go home, he's there waiting on us with that big smile, his trademark smile of his. And the most hurtful part was losing him out of nowhere. It wasn't this drawn out process. It was all of a sudden. And I just had, so much denial, so much, but the most emotional part was, it wasn't just I who was impacted, the whole entire team, especially the players. And when we went there and visited, I just remember just crying until I couldn't have tears anymore. But we all shared that. We all shared that together. And even though with his passing, when he was alive, he helped the team so much. And in his passing, he gave us something really to center everyone around. And it's definitely incredibly hard seeing someone you see every day, and then all of a sudden I'm looking for him, okay, so if he's not in the morning shift, he could be in the night shift, but yeah, we really dedicated everything, especially that game right after his passing.
And I'm sure he's smiling.
Yes.
You won a championship, and I'm sure he's very proud.
Yes.
And one person who is also very proud is Coach Topex Robinson.
Yes.
Is he like a tatay to you? Is he like also this father figure? How would you describe your relationship with Coach Topex?
He's someone that just really, he's always been so observant. I kind of, that trait that I talked about my mom, he really takes time to kind of look and see behind the scenes. He really realizes that a lot of us, especially when he first came in, a lot of us wore masks. A lot of us, acted tough, acted like everything was okay. And the moments, what I love about Coach Topex, not the championship moments, not his expertise, X and O's. It's those little moments where he pulls you to the side and asks, is everything okay? And he has...
And how did you feel when your coach, you can feel he genuinely cares? Did that make you want to play 110% more?
Yes. It just puts that trust. Not this trust that you're a coach, I respect you. It's you care for me. And so I'm going to go out there and die for you on the court because you care for me. And you go the extra step to make sure I'm okay. And so we're going to all play our hardest for you because you took the time out of your job and out of your day to make sure that this unit, and this is a safe space.
What's your favorite memory of him? That you will absolutely, 10 years from now, maybe when you have kids, and he's Lolo Topex.
Lolo Topex.
When he's Lolo Topex Robinson, what would be your favorite memory of Coach Topex?
I would just say when we had this transformative event, this player bonding, this team training camp that we had in the dorm. Shout out to Coach Russ, he's a life coach. And Coach Topex just gave this incredible speech about vulnerability, and he showed me this dream. He shared with us a dream, and he shared us this dream that all of a sudden I think I came and I knocked on his door, and I believe, long story short, it was all about faith, and that I was one of the ones that that helped bring that to him, and it was this two-way street where we both really sharpened our faith together. But it was more than the words he said. It was just that weight of the vulnerability in the room that we saw. Coach Topex, I saw from my own eyes who he really is. Mm-hmm. And he's someone that is just like me.
Yeah.
We don't have it all figured out, but that heart he has, that's the thing I'm always gonna remember about him.
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna remember him just after winning the championship in season 88. He goes straight to the dugout. And he's bursted in tears. And wait, did you see that video?
I didn't.
Or the picture?
Yeah, I didn't see it until after. I was like, "Asan si Coach Topex?" I was like, "Asan ba siya?" And then I seen that afterwards. I was like, "Yeah, Coach, you deserve that moment. All those tears."
It was the moment.
It was the moment for him.
Yeah.
It was his moment.
Because season 88 was tough, and luckily you have all these people supporting you. But how did season 88 test Mike Phillips, your character?
Yes.
We all know you're Motor Mike,
yes.
You play hard, but how did it kind of reveal your character? Because you don't just pull out a Cinderella season out of nowhere.
It brought me really down. I mean, where I doubted almost every single aspect about me. And it was something that I kept asking, can I really lead this team? Can I really, play for the Salle? Am I worthy enough?
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome. I felt like a hypocrite. I'm talking so much, I'm trying to lead my teammates, but do I really believe? Do I really believe in my own self? And there were so many times where I would feel parang naabuso na ako trying to lead others. I said, wait, what about myself?
Tao ka lang din, Mike, no?
Yes.
You felt empty in a way.
Yes, and that's when I realized that's when the village comes in.
Yeah, we're back to that.
What you poured out every single day on others, babalik yan. And the only reason I'm alive, the only reason was because of my lifeboat, and that was my village in LaSalle.
Did you feel God's silence? I know I asked you this question,
yes.
But the first thing you said when you won Finals MVP, Jesus Christ is our true champion.
Yes.
And it really affected positively for a lot. Yes. But was God silent sometimes? And how hard was it when he was silent in season 88 when Kian went down with the MCL, with Mason Amos going down, and a bunch of other things happening, outside noise?
You talk about noise. My world, my mind was so noisy, but the only noise that I wished for was God's voice, and I couldn't hear it. And at the time, I could not understand why. Only thing I remember was I believe it's John 13:7, where Jesus says, "You may not understand what I'm doing now, but later you will." And there are so many times the only words I uttered was "kapit lang, kapit lang." I have no words.
You had your teammates for that.
Yes.
You had Earl, Jacob.
Yes.
You had them.
When you're awake at night, especially the night after Kian, after Mason, I cannot sleep. I'm just hit Kian's scream is just replaying over and over in my mind, and I'm just asking God, why? And the very next morning, when I'm really down and out, I see my other teammates. The first thing, "Hey Mike, how'd you sleep?" And I realize it said in the Bible, you should be happy that all your brothers and sisters throughout the world are sharing a similar suffering. And so God knew what he was doing, giving that suffering to our team, because we shared it together. When you have that shared sense of suffering, it makes it easier for you.